Hi everyone, I hope all is well. Welcome down to my tropical scenery here in Miami, Florida, taking a break from the cold weather. This week's Parsha is Parshat Vayigash. And I heard a very, very beautiful Dvar Torah from my Rebbe last year in Israel, Rabbi Chaim Yegoda, and I'd like to give it over. So, in this week's Parsha, we have a very interesting instance. Yaakov comes down from the land of Israel, right, so to speak, the beginning of the end. The Jews are coming fully down to Egypt. And he meets Paro for the first time. Now, what's this interaction like? He walks in, and Paro says, "How old are you?" It's the first thing he says. That's like a cardinal sin. Why are you asking a person how old they are, an adult? What's going on here? So how does Yaakov answer? He says, you could see it inside. The dialogue is very interesting. He says, my life has been, to paraphrase, my life has been full of suffering and sorrow. And you look into it. It's very interesting how Yaakov responds. Now we know that the forefathers are all supposed to live to 180 years. So Yitzchak lives to 180 years. Abraham lives to 175 years. We learn why those 5 years were cut off his life. But Yaakov only lives to 147 years old. So at 130 years old, when he came to Paro, he should be like a young person. Why is the first thing that Paro is asking him how old are you, right? Why does he have to ask this question in the first place? So the Balei Tosfot answer this question, and they say that really the years of Yaakov's life were taken off. The 33 years were taken off corresponding to each word in the verse where he responds, where he complains, right, in his response. So there's one problem with this, right? It'd be very nice to say, oh, because he complained, then corresponding years were taken off from the words of complaint. But the one problem is that there aren't 33 words in his response in that one verse. So how I forget who gives this answer exactly, but this is what I was told over by my Rebbe, and he says that really, if you count the pasuk beforehand, then you get to 33 years. So what's the pasuk beforehand? Paro. It's the pasuk where Paro actually asks Yaakov, "How old are you?" So why would this verse also be accounted for in the 33 years taking off of Yaakov's life? So we know that Yaakov must have walked in there with a very negative attitude. He must have walked in there where Paro was forced to ask him, like, "How old are you? You look like you're a dinosaur. Like, what? You're walking in here. You look very old. What's going on?" So we all there's a very powerful message that we all learn from this, is that we have to carry ourselves in a positive light, right? We can never come in like in a schlumpy attitude, right? Especially when we're meeting Paro. We see Yosef in last week's Parsha, when he comes out of jail, before he goes and meets Paro, he shaves, he changes his clothes, right? He prepares himself to go meet Paro. But in this week's Parsha, we see Yaakov walk in, and again, the message we really learn is that those years came off of Yaakov's life, so they really have importance in these 33 words from these two verses. So I give everyone a bracha that throughout our lives we carry ourselves in a positive attitude, getting things done effectively, and hopefully no one's going to ask us how old we are based on how we carry ourselves, because we should all look much younger than we are. And with that, I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.